Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to Daytona International Speedway for a historic Monday at the World Center of Racing. Daytona has never seen a doubleheader on a Monday, but today is the day. First up, it's the Great American Race. It's the Daytona 500, and we're going to take you behind the scenes here at Driver Intros to get you fired up for the 66th annual running of the Daytona 500. Let's go find some drivers, see who we can find here. I'm going to make my way over to Josh Berry. Josh, I'm going to grab you. Yeah. Welcome to a Daytona 500. Your official first one. You're a Sunoco rookie this year. How does it feel? I know it's a Monday. I know it's a different feeling, but how does it feel just walking and getting ready to run this race?
No, it's exciting, and it definitely doesn't feel like a Monday. We got a ton of fans here, so just thank them for sticking around and filling the stands here. So weather's finally cooperating with us. It's warming up. Sun's out. It's going to be a beautiful day.
You guys haven't seen this racetrack since the last practice session on Friday. What do you expect from this green racetrack today?
I don't think it'll change too much. Obviously, it's a little bit warmer than what we had, but we're going to finish. It'll be nighttime probably by the time we finish, which will be really similar to the duels. So I don't know, for us, right, we're just going to try to learn as much as we can the first two stages and just be there at the end when it counts.
And last but not least, we're so used to this being a manufacturer battle. The Fords do so well when it comes to these super speedways. A first-time rookie working with those guys. Is that scary, intimidating, or are you ready for it?
I think I'm ready for it. I think the biggest thing is we just got to just be smart and execute those green flag stops and not make any big mistakes, right? Like, that's what we're after. So I'll let Rodney and the guys on the pit box figure out what we need to do, and I'll try not to screw it up. But it's really fun to be here. Just want to thank everybody at Stewart-Haas Racing. Sunny D, got a great looking Ford Mustang, and we're ready to go.
Good luck today. All right, that was Josh Berry. He's going to hop into the number 4 for Stewart-Haas Racing. Next up, we have Chris Buescher, our latest Daytona winner. You love coming into this place. You're rolling off 19th for the Great American Race. So how are we feeling? Are we feeling good about our number 17 Ford?
Yeah, definitely pretty happy with it. Ready to go. I think we're going to be strong with 3 fast RFK Ford Mustangs in this thing. So definitely come around to Super Speedway race and starting to enjoy it a lot. And beautiful day for racing now. Place is still packed, so I love to see it. Thanks, everyone, for sticking it out with us, and we're ready to go put on a good show.
I know it wasn't the 500, and I know that's what we're after today, but does it feel different knowing that you won at Daytona when you pull into the tunnel?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly cool to say you got a Daytona win, and trust me, at no point during that night did I think, man, I'm bummed. It's just once you come back, you're like, oh, well, the 500 would be a little cooler yet. So, no, it is something we've sat here and talked about a little bit, and all 3 of us at RFK have now been able to win at Daytona, just not the big one. So we got good chances, good odds with us today. It's time to go be smart, have a good race, and execute well, and put ourselves in a spot where we can go put it in victory lane tonight.
Finally, I asked you and your owner, Brad Kozlowski, to get that win. It was an RFK 1-2 finish in the summer race at Daytona. Do you return the favor today? What if it's you and Brad Kozlowski there at the end?
Yeah, if I'm lined up behind Brad, he better hold on because I'm going to push him just the same. So that's what we're here for. That's what we worked hard to do. Speedway racing throughout the last couple of years is to find each other and commit to pushing and make big things happen. And that's how we get it done. If we get down to the line, you can try and make a drag race out of it. Then so be it. But certainly, we get in line, we're going to stick together, and we're going to push hard so we can get up to the front.
Well, I appreciate you. Good luck today. Stay safe. All right, Chris Buescher, roll off 19th. Now, a gentleman who's already been to victory lane here this week. He won duel number 1, which was the tame duel, I feel like, of the 2. Tyler Reddick will roll off 3rd on the inside lane. How are you feeling about your chances today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a very long race, Alex, but I feel good about it. The Nasty Beast Toyota Camry really showed up on Thursday, and it was a great way to start the year off with 2311.
A lot of folks wonder, obviously it's a big deal to win the pole for anywhere up front, gen cars and track position being key. Is this important to be up front, or does it really at the end of the day, is it finishing position obviously isn't dictated by your starting position?
Yeah, I mean, you see that a lot in this race, but for us, I mean, we qualified 36. We were kind of, in a bad spot to where, I mean, obviously it's kind of dictated by how you finish in the duels. So, we wanted to get a good finishing position for the chance that we have some caution pit stops so that, you know, we don't really get trapped and lose a lot of track position that way. So for us to be able to pick pit stall 19 and have a good opening out for this race today should just help keep the race on course for us.
And a news story that's for you guys this year is learning that new Camry with the Toyota Camp. You saw what it could do in the pack racing with the duel. A strong finish. You made it to victory lane in that one. How do you feel about going with the full field now?
Yeah, obviously, you know, the energy of the pack is going to be a little bit different. You know, there's probably going to be more gamesmanship on the strategy stuff, but we certainly know when it comes down to the end of these stages or at the end of this race, what we're able to do, you know, with our own car or as a group of Toyotas, we can be more aggressive and make better moves than we could a year prior. So I'm excited for that.
Good luck today. Tyler Reddick will roll off third. He won Duel 1 on Thursday night. Now, he knows a thing or two about winning a Daytona 500. He's your 2022 Daytona 500 champ, Austin Cindric. Welcome back, champ. It feels good to still be introduced as that every day, doesn't it?
Feels good to have the sun out today.
Praise goodness for the sun. How you feeling rolling in? I know it's a Monday, a different feeling, but still feels like a Daytona 500 here, right?
Absolutely. It's obviously a great day to go racing, but yeah, I'm ready to go. I've been ready, honestly, since we got down on Thursday night. You can't tease us like that. We just get racing after the off season and we got to wait all these days. No, our discount tire forward's been really good all week. Checked every box so far. And really both opportunities to execute qualifying in the duels. I think we made our car a little bit better in practice. So just 500 miles of execution really from here on out. I feel really good about our chances.
I talked to Tyler Reddick about the new Camry. The Blue Oval's a Ford. You have a new car that you're learning as well, a new body with that dark horse. In a full pack, how do you feel about the dark horse today?
Yeah, I actually had some concerns about how the car is going to be able to push with the nose being shaped differently. I think it's well known that the Fords were really good at that with the introduction to the next-gen car, and I feel just as strong as what I had last year with the give that I have in the nose and my ability to be able to lock on and push. So, yeah, it's got all the things I need to go win.
There's only been 12 drivers that have won this race multiple times. How do you do it? How do you get to the end today?
A lot of good execution, like I said. I mean, it takes a ton, but everything we've done up to this point lines up really well. But yeah, I mean, I don't believe in luck, so we got to go out there and do our jobs.
You want to introduce this next driver for me?
This is the driver of the number 21 Ford Mustang, Harrison Burton.
What does he say?
I said I'm your favorite teammate.
That's right. Best friends for life.
All right, Harrison Burton, it's not your rookie season anymore. I feel like it's like we have moved into a vet now. How do you feel about starting 12th today and what you need to do to make sure you finish this race?
Yeah, I feel really good about it. I mean, you know, it's a good start for us. The biggest thing is managing saving gas versus going hard. When's the time to kind of do both? And we'd love to maintain around this position all day and be there at the end and go execute late in the race. We had a shot in the duels. Me and Austin, I know he was joking, but we spent a lot of time figuring out what we could do different to maximize that, get us in victory lane, and still feel good about that partnership. So we're just going to go make it work with all of our fellow Fords and go try and win this thing.
When did the conversation start this week? Because I know the manufacturers have all been getting together, making sure that especially the large camp of the Blue Ovals are working together. When did those start? Did we start back at the Clash, or did we just start when we pulled into Daytona?
It feels like for me it's been ongoing ever since I got here. You know, Ford's done a really good job of pulling all the drivers together, making us have forced family outings where we all go out and hang out and try and make a good community out of us. And we've done a really good job of trying to work together and putting Fords with chances to win races. So we have a really good chance here. We have a lot of great super speedway drivers in our camp, and yeah, I feel like if we can be in position late as a group, we'll have a hard time getting beat. So really confident in that group, and we'll go try and win.
All right, stay safe today. Harrison Burton will be a part of that Ford camp. It's one of the largest in the garage when it comes to the manufacturing battle and working together. They have found that they have had success in super speedway racing and are hoping to continue that with their dark horse. Next up, he's over there at driver intros sipping a nice cold Coca-Cola. My amigo, Daniel Suarez. How are you?
Hold on. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I call you mid-sip. I'm sorry. Excited for today. A little bit different circumstances for us. It's a Monday, but it still feels pretty nice out here. And we have some sun, some sunshine weather.
Yeah, it feels nice. But honestly, I mean, it's Monday. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last one. The fans are amazing. I can see the grandstands already packed. A lot of great people, a lot of sponsors, manufacturers. Everyone is staying for Monday. It's a holiday, actually. Honestly, I didn't know it was a holiday until like yesterday, but it's great. I'm really looking forward to the race. We have a great team, a fast car, and hopefully, with a little bit of luck, we can finish up front.
You've been busy this week, but you've also told me several times that this is the most excited and amped up that you've been to start a season. Why are you so excited to get 2024 started?
This is, to me, it feels like 2021, the fourth year with Trackhouse. And the reason why it feels like that is because we did a lot of changes in our race team. And it feels like a new group, I had a great group last year, don't get me wrong, but having a new group in many different areas, it just extra excitement, because we worked super hard in the off season to build that chemistry, build that communication, and I feel like we're going to be pretty strong. But I won't say much. I will let the results talk for itself, and hopefully we can close today with a big one.
All right, Daniel Suarez, not revealing his strategy, but I will be sure to look for the Trackhouse cars. Thank you. Good luck. All right, next up. It's hard to believe I'm introducing him like this because he qualified for the Daytona 500 in his duel. He's a 7-time champion. It's his 21st Daytona 500. I'm going to make my way. You got to go to the GOAT. You got to go to him. It's Jimmie Johnson. Congratulations on qualifying. An insane duel for you. Have you calmed down? Has the heart rate calmed down from Thursday night?
Yeah, thankfully it's calmed down. We had a great race practice, I guess 2 days ago now, and maybe 3, and just excited to get into this race. I think we have a very fast Carvana Toyota. Thankful to have Creed on board. My kind of youth and my high school days interacts with my racing days now, and a lot of other great partners that have joined Legacy Motor Club, and I'm just excited about the race.
We're excited we have some nice weather finally. Walking into this place, does it ever feel any different for you? It's the 21st Daytona 500, but on the 21st one, what does it feel like?
Every time I walk in, it's sweeter and sweeter. This place holds such a special spot in my heart, and I know in motorsports fans worldwide. And every time I come in, it just gets a little deeper and a little better.
You're working with this Toyota camp now. It'll be a different manufacturer for you. How do you feel about the new Camry when you felt it in the pack and felt the speed that you had in the duel?
Based on the restrictor plate program, I feel really good. The duel helped me understand the subtleties and the differences in the car, and the engine, the powertrain. As I move into other races I'm going to compete in, I'll have to start all over again in Texas. But for here, I feel really good about our package.
Have you even thought about what the Jimmie Johnson fans will do if you win this race today? How much of a freak out it's going to be for you and your fans if you make it to victory lane?
I know it would be cool, but I haven't let my mind go there. I'm going to put the helmet on, go to work, and see what happens at the end of 500 miles.
Good luck, Jimmy. We're glad to see you. Jimmie Johnson will be in the number 84 today for Legacy Motor Club, and from an old vet to a brand new in the field, he's still got the rookie stripes on. Carson Hocevar, Spire Motorsports. Welcome to your first Daytona 500. How does it feel now that we're officially here?
I'm just glad it is here. We had to wait a little bit, but no, I'm excited. Got a really good starting spot, really good race car, so I'm happy to be able to see the pace car plenty easy, and pretty cool to be here and do the introduction, do all the media today. Just excited to be here.
Has it set in yet? When do you think it'll set in that you are running in the Great American Race?
I don't know. I feel like a race car driver, not just like I'm so pumped, just excited, focused, want to do really well. Making it start 9th, I feel like I'm just focused at the task at hand. I don't get too nervous or too anxious. We got a really good car, and it's my best ever career Cup start. And I'm just glad that this is the best place to do it with, as well, obviously, to start our year off right. Feel really good about our Gamebridge Ziegler Chevrolet.
I just need a yes or no answer for this one. Any nerves?
A little bit, as it keeps going. That's somewhat of a yes and no. So.
All right, Carson, good luck today. Stay safe. That is Carson Hocevar, and we're going to continue with our drivers back here behind the driver intro stage. You're the most successful active driver when it comes to the Daytona 500. You have 3 wins. You are a 3-time Daytona 500 champion. You have an opportunity to go for a historic number 4. How do you do it today? How do you make sure that the 11 is there at the end?
I think it's no mistakes. I think it's execution, and I'm going to need to have that 30% luck factor of not getting caught up in something. If that's the case, I definitely think we're going to be part of the picture when they throw the checker flag.
working together with your Toyota teammates. We've added some new ones with the Legacy Motor Club. How does that conversation happen? How do you know when it's the right time to make those moves with your teammates and when to pull out and make sure folks will follow you?
I think I've made it pretty much publicly known that I'm going to look out for myself. And while I love all those guys, we work together all the time, and we're going to work together today. There's no doubt that, when it's a 50-50 thing, I'm definitely going to be working with, my Toyota teammates and all those guys. But when I see a situation where I need to make a move to advance myself, that's what I'm going to do, because that's the riddle to winning these things. You're going to have to be selfish. I learned that from Dale Jr. early on, watching him and how he used to work the draft. So he got it from his father. So it's just I'm really looking forward to the opportunity today to kind of let the 11 car do their thing.
I know you're a huge Cale Yarborough fan. You have an opportunity to tie him with 4 wins in the Daytona 500. Have you even let your mind go there? Or when does it start like, hey, I can win this thing?
Not until a few laps to go. I mean, usually there's a red flag at some point towards the end of these races where there's a big wreck. That's the moment where you kind of sit and you're like, okay, if I win this, then what, right? So it's too early, too many variables from now till lap 200 to really think about it, but surely it'll creep in at some point.
Good luck today. That's Denny Hamlin. He'll roll off in the number 11 Joe Gibbs racing car, going for a historic 4th Daytona 500 championship. Next up, I'm going to just let them continue talking. It's the 2 yellow fire suits in the garage right here, both Daytona 500 champions. First up, Michael McDowell. You know what it's like to win this race and how it changes your career. Now looking back, years removed from your win, how does it feel now?
It feels great. No, I mean, I think there's 2 things to it. Winning it is amazing, and like you said, it's life-changing for sure. But today you're thinking about winning the next one, right? And we have such a fast Loves Travel Stop Mustang that this is the best car I've ever had down here at Daytona. So you want to go get 2. I feel like everybody's got that same mentality. But it's cool to know that there is one sitting at home if it doesn't happen. But at the same time, to join that exclusive club of 2-time winners would be amazing.
The guy that's rolling off on the front row beside you is already messing with you and trying to pour Coke. Joey Logano, Michael McDowell will be our front row when the green flag drops. Are you just going to give him a little bump to let him know that you're there to start?
We're just working on how to execute all this as best as we can with our Dark Horse Mustangs. I mean, I know he's going to do everything he can to beat me at the end, but we got to get it to the end and we got to be in position to win the race. So it's a long race. A lot can happen. You got to execute perfectly. So just trying to make sure we do all those things.
I'm going to tag Joey Logano in this conversation now. You're a pole sitter. You shocked the world. It's a blue oval of a Ford on the front row for the Daytona 500. Does it still feel good? You're going to be announced last year at Driver Intros. How's it feel?
I mean, this is going to be the last cool part about it. Besides my pit stall that I'm going to think is pretty cool all day long. But it's all about finishing first at Daytona 500. So hopefully I can shock the world again. And it wouldn't be shocking to us. I feel like we should win, but we'll have to wait and see. I think our Mustang's pretty fast, and we'll just have to execute the race. There's a lot of things that can happen in 500 miles.
Working together with your manufacturers, you'll have teammates out there, but when do the aggressive moves start? When are you hoping that we relax through stage 1 and 2, or what's the Joey Logano mindset?
Well, you hope everyone's relaxed, but I know that's not the case, especially at the end of the stages. Everybody is pretty aggressive, pushing hard for the end of the stages. But I mean, really, the ultimate goal in this one is to win the 500. I mean, points are nice, but it's about winning this race. This race is so big. No one remembers who finished second last year, except me. I do, because I did that. So hopefully we can move forward one.
Joey, good luck today. Stay safe. Joey Logano is your pole sitter for the Daytona 500. He'll be rolling off first in the Great American Race. We're going to make our way down to the starting grid. If you guys can check out what we're seeing all over here, it's still a packed out grandstands. Folks stayed, they braved the rain, and when I say that it was raining in Daytona, it was in Daytona. There's a crowded infield. Fans are watching their favorite drivers be introduced. And as you make your way down here, one of the coolest parts about coming out to Daytona is that the starting grid feels very different than any other starting grid. It's the most special race. It's a race that every driver wants to win and add to their resume. It forever changes their career. It's a legacy builder, and they go down in the history books. It is also one of the most crowded pit roads that we will see all year. Let's walk through the fans here as they get a up-close, personal look at the Daytona 500 cars. We're going to go back behind the pace car. Excuse me. All right, the new Camry pace car, Daytona 500. It will lead all of these beautiful race cars at the drop of the green. Joey Logano, obviously your pole sitter. I mentioned that fast speed that he had in qualifying. He'll be joined on the front row by Michael McDowell. 2 yellows. It's a very yellow front row. And then from 2311, it'll be the 45 of Tyler Reddick in the inside lane. He'll roll off third. And then our Duel 2 winner, Christopher Bell, in the number 20 for Joe Gibbs Racing, will be your fourth. I'm going to go over here and see if I can grab Adam Stevens, Christopher Bell's crew chief.
Work it, Alex. Work it.
Adam, I'm coming to you. Your driver is rolling off fourth today. How do you feel about his chances to win the Daytona 500?
I feel pretty good this year. You know, he put a lot of work in the offseason, just tried to study up and get better and sharpen his sticks a little bit, and he's done it. So hopefully we can have a repeat at a Thursday night and stay up front all day.
Christopher is not one of those that doesn't need a whole lot of calming down. He's pretty cool and collected inside of a race car, but super speedway racing is very, very different. What do you say to your driver at the end of this thing to make sure that he keeps it level-headed?
It's really just about preparing yourself for all the different situations, and he's put the time in on that, and there's not a whole lot I can do from the box once the race gets going. Hopefully we did our homework prior.
Have you talked to your crew guys about how important this one is? Do you even need to tell them that?
No, this one goes without saying. You know, most of the races during the year, you're really trying to weigh risk versus reward. This is all reward. You know, we're coming down here. You only have one opportunity to win the Daytona 500, and people go their whole career and don't have a chance, and we're going to take every chance we get.
Last but not least, how do you feel about these new Camrys?
So far, so good. You know, I think we need a lot more laps to really understand them. I mean, obviously, we didn't have it figured out for qualifying, but a little better when it came time to race. We'll see how the rest of the season goes, but things are looking good.
Adam Stevens, good luck today. He figured out the Camry in the duels, though, I tell you that. All right, I'm going to go see if I can find Alan Gustafson, the crew chief for the number 9 of our most popular driver, Chase Elliott. Alan is signing autographs. Gustafson is in the garage. He signs autographs for kids there. AG, how do you feel? First time your driver could win a Daytona 500. I know a lot of folks are rooting for him to be in victory lane. Have you talked to him at all, or the nerves? How's Chase Elliott feeling?
Yeah, I mean, obviously no one would like him to be in victory lane more than me, so yeah, the nerves are good. I mean, I think it's about preparation, and his team's worked really hard. All the guys in Napa Chevy have done a great job, and up to this point, you know, our weekend's been pretty flawless. A really good qualifying effort and a really good race. On Thursday night, practice went well. All the HMS cars are working good together, the Chevys in general, so I think that brings some confidence, you know, and it gives you some confidence we can go execute that same thing today. We all know it's much harder, exponentially harder today, and a lot more cars and a lot more things to overcome, but we feel good about it.
You guys had a very fast car in qualifying and the duels. And how much did you work on your car, and were there any major changes that Chase needed?
Yeah, I mean, we were really in pretty good shape after Thursday night, but we did do some work on Friday, and I feel like we made the car a little bit better, which is encouraging because sometimes it's tough to do. So, yeah, a little practice, and that was a good opportunity for all the HMS guys to work together and all the Chevy guys to get a chance to draft together, come to pit road, you know, look at the pit stalls. So, yeah, we feel pretty prepared.
I don't want to underestimate Alan Gustafson. He may have the driver that's the most popular driver, but one of the most popular crew chiefs. You keep signing autographs.
I'll do it. Thank you.
Good luck today. All right, we're going to keep walking, showing you some more of the race cars. Before we wrap it up here, next up we will have the number 2 of Austin Cindric. We spoke with him earlier on the show. Has a strong starting position, knows what it takes to win at these races. He was your 2022 Daytona 500 champion. And then we're used to seeing this car on the front row, but a little less speed for the number 48 of Alex Bowman. I know Hendrick Motorsports has not won a Daytona 500 since 2014, so they're hoping to etch it into the history books And then going for his 4th Daytona 500 win is Denny Hamlin. Trying to make history. And fitting that we have somebody who is so good at super beside a Sunoco rookie of Carson Hocevar for Aspire Motorsports. See the back of those cars right there. Can we show the rookie stripes, Siege? Get the rookie stripes of Carson Hocevar. There you go. An intimidating race to start your career, but Carson Hocevar said he was ready for the challenge. All right, that does it for us here. It's the Great American Race. We have sunshine and blue skies here at Daytona. We're excited because in just a matter of hours, we're going to be crowning a new Daytona 500 champion. Make sure and tune your TVs right now to Fox. The race is going to get started at 4 p.m. Eastern. Enjoy the race and happy race day from Daytona.